April 21st, 2017, and my first real ride, other than up and down the driveway after starting it. First ride on my Kymco Like 200i. And as you can see, we've had some rain lately, and the melting snow has left a few puddles around, but the road today is really nice and dry and hard, and just such a pleasure to get out on. There are a few potholes here and there, but nothing too bad. In fact, it's easier to miss the potholes when you're on a bike than it is when you're in the car. And you have to go quite slow through these areas in the car because it really shakes you up. So this morning it was raining and drizzly and cold, so I decided to stay in and do some painting. And about 11:30 the sun came out, and I was just itching to go, so it took me about 5 minutes to get my gear together and get the bike out and hit the road. I threw a little bit of food and some water in the back, and that's all I needed. This is a great time of year. There aren't any bugs yet. The birds are out already. And on a day like this, there's still a little nip in the air, especially when you're traveling on the bike with the wind, but very comfortable today. I am keeping an eye out for the sand and gravel on the roads, especially in this spot here, where I've slid a little bit in the past, but just being cautious, and I didn't run into any problems at all. The roads are quite nice, all dry after last night's rain. So now I'm on the 511 going north toward Brightside, Calabogie. I thought I'd take a short ride, seeing there were still clouds around, and I'm not sure what the weather was going to be. So the 511 seemed like a nice route to take. And the traffic was very light, as you can see there on the other side coming back, one of the trucks from the Tatlock mines, which we will be passing later on here. This is Brightside. This is where the trucks turn onto the road from the Tatlock mines. You'll see the white dust. I slowed down there on the corner because I wasn't sure whether it was gravel or just the dust from the tires. This is a nice road. It has lots of curves and bends in it. I can't go fast anyway. Top speed is about 90, so I'm quite safe, and it's hard to overdo it on this bike. Which I take as an advantage because it's just a pleasurable ride. You can look around and take in the sights and enjoy the ride rather than worry about just speeding somewhere else. It is nice to take these curves though. It's hard for somebody that hasn't ridden a bike or a scooter to understand the feeling, and I never would have known it if I hadn't bought a scooter a year ago, and I can't believe I've only had it for a year, because because it feels so nice and so natural. I was hoping by now the weather would have warmed enough for me to commute into work, but because I leave my home around 5:30 a.m. it's still quite cool. It's been hovering around 0 and minus, even into the minus numbers, and when you add in the wind factor of being on a bike, it's just too cold to be pleasurable. On the way home it would be nice, but one has to get there first. So I was really happy that today at least I can get out on the bike and stretch my wheels, so to speak. I think the bike was happy to get out too. Now I've decided to turn off and go up to White Lake. I wanted to go camping next week, and this is one of the ideas I had. There is some crown land around White Lake, and I was wanted to see what the parking area was like and what the lake looked like. The road in is very good. Less potholes than my road, and I'm not sure if these are just cottages down here or there are some permanent residents. This was a really neat little log cabin just near the launch. It'd be nice to know the history of that little place. Beautiful. Whether it was rebuilt from another old building or whether it's been here for a while. This is White Lake and the public launch. Unfortunately, there are people that don't respect the beauty of an area, and they leave garbage around. And as you'll see in a few minutes, they lit campfires here at the put-in, and just leave their cans and bottles here. But it's no use saying anything or putting signs up, because that's just the way people think, or don't think, I should say. The water looks beautiful. A lot higher now than it will be in summer, obviously. But you see some spots that are private property. There's a cottage over there. But a lot, especially on the north shore, is crown land. Since then, I've seen I've looked at maps, and I perhaps will go to another area across from Calabogie, Lake Calabogie, and into the Black Donald area. I continue on north on the 511. Doing more twisties as I go, and just enjoying the ride. We're coming into the area around Calabogie now. You see the speed limit changing as we come down into the town area itself. And on the left here is the information center, open during the summers, and Lake Calabogie. I probably ride up here the wrong times or drive through here the wrong times because I've never actually been in the information center. It's always closed. But this is a nice area just to stop for a break. And in the distance you can see Calabogie Mountain and the ski resort. Just get a closer look in a minute. I did bring along an extra few liters of gas just in case, but as you can see it hardly uses any gas, so probably won't even need it. It's always good to have just in case though out here in the countryside. Anyway, in the distance in the center there you can see the ski runs with still snow on them. A beautiful view. A little breezy today too. A little gusty now, but don't seem to affect the scooter's ride very much. Every once in a while you feel a little nudge, but I rode in a few on a few really windy days last year, and it's given me good experience with that. So now I'm not nervous about it at all. I just take it and lean into them or compensate with my body naturally, and it's very comfortable. I'm only out for a couple of hours, so I'm just stopping fast there just to have a look. This is the bridge over the Madawaska River, which runs from the lake, and then this is the town itself. Nice little town. If it had been, if I'd had more time, I probably would have ridden up to the mountain and maybe beyond. But as I had a late start, I figured I'd best pick a destination and go there and then just go back. Just to have a nice first uneventful ride. I'm turning on to the Calabogie Road going toward Burnstown, going east. This is a nice road too. A little busier than the 511 because there's it goes up to the Queensway, the 417 into Ottawa. So people that come and go from there will take this route. Follow the Madawaska River until I come to my destination, is the lay-by, the rest area, picnic area. They don't have any picnic tables or anything out yet, and I imagine the restrooms are even closed, but it's still a beautiful little spot to stop and rest, have a snack. The water is extremely high compared to what it normally is, and very fast running through here. Oh, it's good to stretch your legs and your other parts that get stiff from riding, especially after not doing it for a while. And that's my beautiful bike. I like the old look, the old classic Vespa style look of it. And seeing I couldn't afford a Vespa, I purchased this one, but I'm really happy with it. I really like this bike for my first bike. One day maybe a Vespa, who knows? But this is nice and light for me. It rides well. This is a closer look at the river, and you can see how high it is. So obviously those trees are not usually in the water. It would be a nice paddle today, but going downstream very fast and coming back up would be a little harder. So I had a nice break, a nice snack, and some water, and start to head back. Now this is when I had wanted to go up to the mountain itself and take a look at the ski hills, but those black clouds didn't look very inviting, and the wind was picking up a little bit, so I didn't really want to be caught out in a downpour or a storm on my first ride out. Oh, here we are back on the Poland Road, back near where I live. You can see how dark it was getting in the distance. It didn't rain before I got home, but I was so happy to get out. And here we see some other creatures that were also happy to get out today. Not too startled by my little scooter horn, but worked anyway. Of course, the one always goes one way and one goes the other way. Not quite coordinated, so you have to always watch. And somebody else out today. Turkeys. They also flew in different directions, didn't they? Anyway, thanks for joining me and on this first ride of the year, and hopefully I will be adding a video of my camping trip next week, so stay tuned, subscribe, and like, and if anybody you know is a rider, camper, whatever, just pass along and share my videos. I really appreciate any comments that you send along my way. See you soon.